I'm just yapping to yap, but that's what it is. I don't have a towel, but I'm just gonna go like that orange. Yo, what's on
Can you like introduce yourself to my people first?
Introduction. You just call me JD. That's about it.
What do you do?
I just fuck with art, to be honest. I got all these painting in front of me, but I'm not really a painter, so I like to say artist, because I fuck with little art, music, everything, I would say. You know what the front feels like? You ever seen like those like infomercials? I'm gonna do something with this paint. That's all I'm doing. Whatever ends up happening is whatever ends up happening. Do I have any schooling? Nope. But you just gotta, fuck around with the fuck around.
So how did you start painting?
To be honest, whenever I see, probably like a couple years ago, when I seen like all like those helmet length pants, blue jeans with white paint all over them, I was like, okay, kind of like the paint splatter situation. But I also seen like a lot of like Jackson Pollock pieces. That was like one of those things that made me like love splatter. Between that and like documentaries about people taking shrooms. I always hate the color that I start with. I probably do like a yellow. Now the wall behind me, that was just the situation. I think I stayed up to like 8 in the morning doing it. Probably slept like 2 hours. So like the way my mind works, the minute I'm like set on something, I just have to like lock in. Or a lot of like the pieces that I've been doing, I just want to, even though like, I don't have an objective, I just know for right now that I'm just focused on like layers for the most part.
What was the inspiration behind this wall?
On this wall? Just a start. That's really it. Just you need to start somewhere. So you kind of just make yourself do whatever it is that's on your mind. So I kind of just, at least for right now, I kind of just see me doing this as like a way to just get an idea out. Even if I don't know the name of it, or if I can't put like a finger on it in that moment in time, let me just start from somewhere, and then wherever it goes, I'm just gonna, whether I like it or not, I'm just gonna keep going. I've always been like a calculated person, so kind of like to combat that.
So that's it, you'd say you'd start any medium of creativity, is like if you just think of doing it, you just start.
Yeah. Yeah, it can even like start from a song, it's any song that I hear. Like I'm that type of person, like I'll just play a song like over and over and over for no reason. Like it's also like, that's just the sound that I want to hear right now. I wish I had something I could just hang it on the wall. Well, for another time, for another day. Let's see. Yeah, I'd be having like trash bags over, but I kind of just want to do it. Just like this. This time around. On like my Bob Ross shit, Nah, that was funny. I'm just playing. Cause at least I didn't have an idea for these boards. I saw them and I asked for them because I kind of just wanted them. I just wanted to see what I could do in like a smaller setting, because I kind of just treated like my walls as a canvas. Because maybe the whole thing that actually really started it was that I was laying in here one time and I was like, yo, I can't stay in here just all white. Kind of just felt like a solitary confinement. And I'm just like, I'm not a prisoner, so I gotta add some kind of color. When I was smaller, when I first got this room, I was like, I want to make this room like black. And I'm just like, my mom was always like against that shit, but I was just like, I don't know, like it would work for sure.
How did your mom feel about the walls being painted?
At first, she was like unsure, because she's like, yo, what are you doing? Like, also, like, what am I supposed to think of, like, what's going on here? I'm just like, just let it rock. But she actually really likes this one. I think she likes this one most, actually, the Dirty Gum wall. I don't really understand the whole thing of abstract. It's more so like, it looks like something, but doesn't really have like a true definition of it. The whole thing about being chosen and all that stuff, when I was really thinking about it, it's like, with certain things, it's like, to me, kind of like, it sounds like similar to like, do you think you're a nice person? Or like, do you think, if you feel chosen, then that's like on some like it's a given, like it's a duty. It's like something that you feel like is mandatory that you're doing.
Yeah.
So if it's on some like, if I feel like what I'm doing right now is like what I need to be doing, then yeah. But I can't say like I have a reason to feel like why I should be doing it, other than the fact that I feel like it's the same as like when people used to say, oh, like being nice and like being respectful. It's like those should always just be a given.
But isn't like the idea of anything doing what you feel?
Yes. But at the same time, it's like a lot of people do things for money that they don't even like doing. Either you just stick with it, or you just fall in line and just do something that makes you money.
Right.
Cause like half of these artists don't even see anything in like any of this stuff until they're out of here. Everything is always feedback, and the feedback can always change over time. It's either you want to do it or you don't. At the end of the day, so it's like either you finna stay here, you stay here until you like till the wheels fall off. You commit to what it is that you're doing and who you want and who you want the world to see and who you want the world to see you as. So why should you bugging on you? Is this door right here is like from since the house was built. So this thing is like from like the 1960s. I think there are like I got 4 or 5 more here in the crib. So I'm just gonna like take them all out and do something with them. So like.
You just have 5 doors.
No, for my closet doors, like Joe's doors.
Oh, they're closet doors.
These like they're the original doors of the house.
Oh, okay.
So to kind of like keep it.
So you're gonna take them off their hinges.
Yeah, gonna unhinge them, lay them all flat on the wall. This one's done. It's kind of like just something I just like not threw up, but it was on some like it was on my mind at the time, so I was just like messing around with. Using this as like my own little studio space. I mean, it already is at this point, but like now it's like my space. Cause that's like one thing too. Like I haven't really done much of. Like I've always been in like everybody else's space. I never really like made my own space to like work in and just like live in and just do my own shit. I kind of just like treated the crib as like just like a charge port. Like I just recharge, get them a disconnect. Now I'm like facing my art 24/7. That's just the best way I could put it. Whatever comes out. Just put it out. No judgments from my end, just let the feedback just roll in. Even like when I post art on my gram, but I kind of like, I'm gonna just treat that as like just feedback. Like I'm not gonna respond, not gonna react. I'm just gonna like, let it pour.
Well, do you have any advice?
Advice? I mean, I can only give advice that works for me, so let the paint dry before you start assuming or start giving your own answers. Let the paint dry. Facts. That's it. Word, right? You think, oh, what's your process like? Nah, bro. It's 80% sleep, yap, 20% work. Or not 20% work, but 20% nothing. But that nothing is everything.
Sexy boys